Hi everyone, I'm Chris Remmes, broker and founder of Remmes&Co, a boutique real estate firm right here in the heart of Boston. Today we're diving into one of my favorite topics, how to invest in greater Boston real estate. Whether you're a first-time investor or an experienced landlord looking to grow your portfolio, I'm going to walk you through the smartest strategies, the hottest neighborhoods, and the key mistakes to avoid, all based on real experience helping clients build wealth in this market. Boston is a city with deep roots and strong fundamentals. It's one of the few places in the country where real estate has consistently held and grown value over decades. So let's talk about why that is and how you can take advantage of it. First, Boston's economy is incredibly resilient. It's driven by world-class universities, major hospitals, and a thriving biotech and tech scene. Harvard, MIT, Mass General, Vertex, Moderna, Google, Amazon, all of these names mean steady employment, high demand for housing, and constant innovation. That creates a safety net for property values. Even in downturns, Boston tends to soften rather than crash. Second, there's limited land. Boston is a historic, dense city bordered by water on one side and strict zoning on the other. You can't just build endlessly. That scarcity drives long-term appreciation. And third, the tenant pool is exceptional. From students and medical professionals to young tech workers and established families, there's consistent rental demand across price points. Now, when people think about investing in Boston, they often think only of buying an expensive condo in Back Bay or Beacon Hill. But the real opportunity might be a few miles further out, in areas where rents are climbing, redevelopment is happening, and prices are still accessible. Let's talk about how to get started. The first rule of investing in greater Boston real estate is to know your goal. Are you looking for cash flow or appreciation? Boston is more of an appreciation market than a high cash flow one. If you want strong monthly income, you might look at smaller multifamily buildings in neighborhoods like East Boston, Dorchester, Somerville, or Medford, areas where rents are solid but prices haven't peaked. If you're focused on long-term equity growth, then places like Back Bay, the South End, Seaport, or Cambridge are gold. The next step is to understand the property types. In Boston, you'll typically find three main categories for investors: condos, multifamilies, and mixed-use properties. Condos are the easiest entry point. Low maintenance, predictable expenses, and easier financing. The downside is you're subject to condo association rules and fees. Multifamily properties, think 2 or 3 family homes, give you more control and often better returns. You can live in one unit and rent out the others or rent all of them for income. Mixed-use properties with commercial space on the ground floor and apartments above are a bit more advanced, but they can offer excellent appreciation in the right location. Let's talk numbers. The median home price in Boston right now is roughly between $850,000 and $900,000, depending on the neighborhood. Entry-level multifamilies might start around $1.20 to $1.5 million in areas like East Boston or Somerville, and $2 million plus in core neighborhoods. But remember, it's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. The sooner you own, the sooner appreciation and rent growth work in your favor. A question I get a lot is, how do you finance your first investment property? If you're living in one of the units, you can qualify for an owner-occupied mortgage, sometimes putting down as little as 3.5% with FHA or 5% conventional. If it's strictly an investment, you'll likely need 20-25% down. Partnering with a great lender who understands investment property financing is key, especially one familiar with Boston's housing stock and rental rules.
Thinking about relocating to Boston? Well, I've got just the thing for you. Me and my team have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. I've linked it down below. From top employers to the best hospitals and a boatload of other things that you need to know before you make the move. The best part is that the guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard me, 100% free. Just click the link below in the description or the top pinned comment. Hope that helps.
Now, before you buy anything, do your homework on zoning and rental restrictions. Boston's short-term rental laws are strict, and each neighborhood can have its own guidelines. Cities like Somerville and Cambridge are especially detailed when it comes to permits and occupancy. Always verify with the city's inspectional services and the condo documents if applicable. Once you've purchased, your success depends on 2 things: management and maintenance. Boston tenants expect a high standard of living. Even in older buildings, clean, well-maintained, modernized units rent faster and for more money. So plan for ongoing updates: kitchens, baths, paint, and energy efficiency upgrades. When it comes to management, decide early if you'll handle it yourself or hire a professional. Managing your own units can save money, but it's also time-consuming. If you're scaling beyond 1 or 2 properties, a professional property manager, ideally someone local, can be worth every penny. Now let's talk about where in Greater Boston I'm seeing the best opportunities right now. East Boston continues to be one of the strongest investment markets. It's close to downtown, accessible by the Blue Line, and has a younger demographic that values design-forward living spaces. Dorchester is still undervalued compared to its proximity to the city and offers strong multifamily returns. Somerville and Medford are seeing major benefits from the Green Line extension, and Cambridge, especially Kendall Square and Inman Square, remains one of the safest long-term bets thanks to the tech and biotech presence. Beyond the core, you've got great emerging submarkets like Malden, Everett, Quincy, and Chelsea, all with improving infrastructure and solid rent growth. Investors who got in early on those areas 5 years ago have already seen double-digit appreciation. So how do you actually find a deal? The truth is, in Boston, great deals rarely hit Zillow or Redfin. You need relationships. Working with an agent who specializes in investment property, someone who understands cap rates, cash-on-cash returns, and zoning can make a huge difference.
Hi guys, it's Chris. As much as I love making these videos, there's one thing that I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the US make the move here to Boston. I've helped countless families make the move, so whether you're coming out for the week, the next month, or even the next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is below, right there on the screen, and linked in the description in case you missed it in the on-screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move to Boston.
At Remmes&Co, we often find off-market opportunities through our network of agents, developers, and owners. Let's run a simple example. Suppose you buy a two-family in Medford for $1.2 million. You put down 25%, about $300,000. You rent each unit for $3,000 a month, so you're grossing $6,000 total. After taxes, insurance, and maintenance, your monthly expenses might be around $4,000. That leaves $2,000 in monthly cash flow, plus principal paydown and appreciation. Over time, those layers compound into real wealth. Now, if you'd done that same deal in 2015, that same building might be worth $1.9 million today. That's what makes Boston so powerful. It rewards long-term investors who stay in the game. A few pitfalls to avoid. Don't underestimate renovation costs. Boston's trades and materials are expensive. Always budget 15–20% more than you think. Also, be cautious about over-leveraging. Interest rates have climbed, and while rent growth helps offset some of that, you still need a cushion. And finally, remember that real estate is a relationship business. Build a great team: agent, attorney, lender, inspector, and contractor. The better your team, the smoother your deals. Over the years, I've seen clients transform their finances through smart real estate investing. Some started with a condo and built up to multiple properties. Others renovated older multifamilies and created strong passive income streams. The common thread is patience, planning, and a focus on value, not hype. If you're serious about investing in Greater Boston, start by learning the neighborhoods, walking the streets, talking to locals, and understanding what drives demand. You'll quickly see that each pocket, from Jamaica Plain to Charlestown to the seaport, has its own personality, tenant base, and opportunity. The Boston market isn't for flippers looking to get rich overnight. It's for people who believe in the city's long-term growth, who want to own a piece of it, and who see real estate as both an investment and a contribution to the community. If you'd like to talk about strategy, find your next property, or just understand what's possible in today's market, reach out to me directly at Remmes&Co. My team and I would love to help you navigate this incredible market. Thanks for watching. And remember, wealth in Boston real estate is built not by timing the market, but by owning it. Stay smart, stay patient, and I'll see you in the next video.